and jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Have so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleet, hell. Keep it on me cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 logo.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On second down, Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Three down.
Now Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Oh, what a move. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go. Double time. 3
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
To throw is Cousins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run with Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones now going to throw again. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jones off the play fake. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Jones. And Tate's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, Charlie.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Get it.
From the gun, Jones in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Ben Gideon gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
2nd and goal.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Now Jones operating from the gun. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown Giants. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this one caught by Des Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
He completes it to Tate. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Jones now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 2nd and 16. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Jones now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here's Jones, throwing after the interception. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Smooth. Go. Get it.
Jones now throwing again. He's got his man. This is Tate. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Looking to throw. Jones got a man, Slayton. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
4 down.
Jones From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let one. It's caught inside the 25. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that Petty will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive, down the middle and complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, Wahoo! 54! Mike 54!
On 2nd and a long way to go. Jones, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Hey, Echo!
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for
Two.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Cook. And down he goes just beyond the 35, but that pretty move got him some extra space to run. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. That'll be complete to Cook. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They run it again with Cook. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Cousins now. Complete. Smith has it. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
From the 17, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
That's us. That's us.
So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
It's just me and you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Back to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. He's back to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They were trying to get it there. To Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. Here we go. Please grip.
Throwing Jones. He's going to let it fly. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Rosas good with the extra point, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get...
And that's caught inside the 30. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And his kick is through. It is good. Dan Bailey, the hero, as time expires.